This thing's got plenty of hot water. Take an hour soaking in a good hot tub to get all this trail dust off.
Yeah, don't tell me you're going to take a bath.
I dang sure am. I discovered something, Joe.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah. How to lose weight.
Yeah, how?
I lost 8 pounds last month just bathing.
Yeah, well, I can think of another way you can lose some weight.
How's that?
Let's take that hat off.
Oh, big deal.
Hank again?
Who else? Come on, let's go. Hey! Bill! All right, come on now, Hank. Leave him alone.
Hey, Hank, I said knock it off.
Hank,
Come down.
leave him alone.
Come on, Hank. Now the battle's over. Will you simmer down?
Hank, now what's the trouble this time,
Let
Hank?
go of me. Let go of me.
Well, all right, but what's bothering you?
I'm unhappy.
Oh, he's unhappy.
It's a doggone good thing he ain't downright miserable. He'd tear up the whole ranch.
I'm so unhappy, and when I get unhappy, I just like to bust things up.
Yeah, we've noticed. We want to know is what you're unhappy about this time.
Yeah, Hank, if you'll just tell us, maybe we can help you.
I'm in love.
Is that all?
I want to get married.
Well, it's a little more serious, but I wouldn't exactly say it was fatal.
Yeah, Hank, if you feel that serious about it, go ahead and get yourself hitched. Keep your job here. We'll have to make a few different arrangements for sleeping.
Oh, that might not be a bad idea. We'll get him another bunkhouse.
Yeah.
You fellas don't understand.
I get it. You're afraid to ask her.
I've asked her all right.
She turned you down. Fine, upstanding, young prospect like you. Who's this girl, anyhow?
Well, she's not exactly a girl.
Huh?
Hank, I know you love your horse, but this is a little ridiculous. Huh?
It's Abigail Jones.
Abigail Jones?
Abigail Jones.
I know, but that's what the man said.
Well, look, we're short-handed enough as it is. Who's going to drive the cattle?
Oh, he ain't figured on quitting his job.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
Yeah, but it's not Paul, you don't understand.
What's the matter?
Oh, Hank's in love.
Well, he'll get over that. What's for supper?
He wants to get married.
Well, it happens in the best of families. Let's eat, huh?
Now, hold on, Adam. Things aren't working out for him.
Well, what's the matter? Isn't the girl willing?
No, not exactly. You know, the fact is she's holding out for some fancy courting. That's the trouble.
You're right. You know, Hank isn't the most romantic guy in the world. She wants to be wooed. She wants fancy talk and all the trimmings.
Adam, you're pretty good with the words. Maybe you could help old Hank out, huh?
Now, you two leave me out of this.
Hey, now look at him. You're not taking this serious enough. Hank is unhappy.
When he's unhappy, you know how he gets.
Well, you got a point there. Who's the girl?
Well, ain't exactly a girl.
You can say that again.
I say it ain't exactly a girl.
Fact of the matter is, it's Abigail Jones.
You're kidding.
Well, we know Abigail ain't no raving beauty, but Hank says she's refined and educated, and she don't scare him like them painted-up gals down at the saloon do.
Yeah, well, she's refined and educated, all right.
Yeah, I can remember her history class. Boy, she used to get stuck on those romantic stories. John Smith and Pocahontas, Anthony Cleopatra, Sir Walter Raleigh. Boss, that's it.
Huh?
Come on, Hoss, we gotta find Hank.
Do you know what they're up to?
I'm afraid I do. I hope I'm wrong.
But why do I have to use my best Sunday go-to-meeting jacket? Why can't I just use my everyday working jacket?
You just don't understand, Joe.
Hank, come on over here and sit down. We'll go through this whole thing again. Sit down right here. All right, here we go. Now, remember I told you Sir Walter Raleigh was a real nobleman, right?
Yeah.
Now, one day it's raining. It's really raining. There's puddles all over the street. Get the picture? Now, Sir Walter Raleigh takes off his jacket, Hank, his best jacket, takes it right off and covers the mud puddle with his jacket so she can step on it.
Yeah, and you didn't hear him fussing about wanting to use some old work jacket.
Right. If it isn't a good garment, Hank, the whole thing is meaningless.
Right, it's got to be elegant, Hank.
I know that's all right for him, but he probably has dozens of jackets. I only have one.
Hank, let's not forget there's only one Abigail.
Hank, you want us to help you or not?
Sure, but where are you going to find a mud puddle in these parts? It hasn't rained for a month of Sundays.
Hank, you just leave the mud puddle finding to me and little Joe.
All you have to do is be at that church tomorrow morning bright and early.
That's right.
How early?
Well, real early, you know. Abigail's always the first to arrive. She sort of sets an example for everybody else.
You don't suppose anybody else is going to be around to see this darn fool thing, do you?
Not at this hour, Hank.
All right. I guess I can make myself go through with it.
Good. Hank, you're still sure you want to marry Abigail?
Sure, I'm sure.
He's sure.
All right.
I can't wait, Ma. I'm leading the choir today. Just a minute, I want to look at you. Well, if you ain't just as cute as a button.
Not ain't, Ma. Aren't.
Oh, whatever it is, you shouldn't have any trouble landing a man in that outfit.
Is that all you can ever think of, Ma? Me landing a man?
Oh, you've turned down 3. There aren't many more.
Dull, unromantic clodhoppers. And we've been all through that before. Don't dawdle too long.
Abigail, now that's just what I want to tell you.
Miss Jones, this is a pleasant surprise.
Oh, little Joe. My, how you've grown.
Yes, can I give you a lift someplace?
Oh, no, thank you kindly, Joseph. It's just a short walk to the church.
No. I wouldn't think of it in that beautiful dress where you're liable to get all dusty.
I do declare. Certainly is gratifying to discover that some of the polish I've tried to teach you little varmints has really stuck.
Oh, it sure has.
Just about does it, Hank. All we need is to fill it up with water. Here, you just stand back. I want to get that fresh dude outfit all messed up. Yeah, you can press some more.
Whoa.
Is there anything wrong, Joseph?
No, nothing's wrong. I just want to check the bridle, make sure. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you, Miss Jones.
You was worried about not having a mud puddle.
Oh, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine, yeah.
Certainly it's kind of you to go to all this trouble.
I don't want you to think a thing about it.
Hey, Hank, get your coat. You got your speech memorized, don't you?
Yep.
You know what to do.
Yep.
Going into church.
Hi, horse.
Joe?
Yeah, well, I'll hold the horse's head, Miss Jones, while you climb down.
Thank you, little Joe.
Very welcome.
Oh, little Joe, I think you'd better move him up a little.
Hold up a minute.
Why, Hank Myers, what on earth are you doing here?
Well, what I mean is, well, you see, I didn't want you to get your Danish slippers all spoiled.
How romantic. It's just like Sir Walter Raleigh. Oh, my dress. Hank Myers, I never want to set eyes on you again. My beautiful dress. Oh, no. Oh, my dress. Oh.
Ho, ho, ho.
I'm sorry, boys. I know it isn't fair to laugh, but every time I think...
Hey, Joe, give me another pancake.
Cupid and Cupid Unlimited. Free advice given in all affairs of the heart.
Very funny.
It ain't funny.
Well, I said I'm sorry. I think it's a terrible thing to happen to a nice girl like Miss Abigail. I hope you apologize to her.
Well, we tried to.
She wouldn't listen to a word we had to say.
I wonder why.
Now, what was that?
Oh, that's nothing. That's just Hank busting up the bunkhouse again. You
What?
just keep running laughing.
Well, that is no laughing matter.
Well, you said it was.
Horse,
Oh, leave him be, Paul. Daggone it, he deserves a little relaxation.
at our expense?
Well, I don't know how we're going to stop him.
Well, I know how we're going to stop him. We'll fire him. That's how we'll stop him.
Paul, that wouldn't be right after he's worked for us as long as he has.
Well, nobody wants to fire Hank, but nothing else works.
Well, all right, we tried. The two of us tried, right? Right now, we would like to bow to age and experience.
Yeah.
By that, I assume me and Adam.
Yeah, well, I seem to remember when I was a pupil of Miss Abigail's, I used to get into trouble a few times.
Oh, a few times, huh?
All right, more than a few times. I got into trouble a lot of times. But the point is, Pa was able to go down and speak to Miss Abigail and straighten things out. And when Pa wasn't available, Brother Adam here was able to go down and do the same thing, and not without success.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Miss Abigail's always been sort of gone on you.
Mm-hmm.
What would you have me do? Marry Miss Abigail so Hank Myers would feel free to forget her?
No, not marry her, just propose.
What?
Yeah, but not for yourself, for Hank. Look, all the woman wants is some romance.
Yeah, and Adam, there never was anybody any better at slinging them romantic words around than you.
Oh, that's right.
Listen, if I so much as mention Hank Myers' name, after what happened, she just hit me over the head with a branding iron.
Yeah, but you don't have to mention his name. At least not right away.
Yeah, you just sort of sneak up on it.
That's right. Then when you get her in a very romantic mood, bingo, you give her the surprise.
Yeah, you say, Miss Abigail, everything that Hank said, everything that old Hank did, he did for love.
Mm.
He did for love of you, Miss Abigail.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Tennyson. But would you mind not teaching me what to say?
Oh, good, then you'll do it.
I didn't say that. Pa, would you tell him how ridiculous this whole thing is, huh?
Well, Adam, I think we ought to try something. After all, it's purely a matter of self-interest. Well, look at it this way. We have to do something about Hank before he breaks up our whole outfit.
Seriously suggesting?
Oh, Adam, I wouldn't suggest anything. The final choice is yours and yours alone.
Ma, what is it, Abigail?
Guess what?
What?
You'll never guess. Never in a million years.
In that case, I better get back to the dishes.
Oh, no, wait. One of my pupils brought me a note today. From guess whom?
You're starting that again.
Adam Cartwright.
Adam Cartwright.
He wants to see me tonight, after supper, at the approximate hour of 8, if it suits my convenience.
Adam Cartwright.
Can you imagine?
Oh, Adam Cartwright. Do you realize what a catch he is?
Oh, now, Ma.
Most eligible bachelor in these parts. Handsome, got education, and the Ponderosa.
He only said he wanted to see me.
Wanted to see you. What do you suppose men want to see girls for? You ain't thinking of joining one of your classes. You can bet on that.
There you go, jumping to conclusions.
There's only one thing I'm jumping at. That's getting you married. Now, you go right upstairs and get your beauty nap. We ain't letting this one slip through our fingers.
Oh, Ma, for heaven's sake.
Now, let's see. I must make me a fresh batch of cookies, lots of pink lemonade, and... oh, yeah, I mustn't forget to oil the front porch swing.
Oh, Ma, there's just one thing. If we do happen to sit on the front porch...
It ain't just happening. It's arranged.
Well, however you work it, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't stand with your ear to the crack in the door. It makes me jumpy.
Me eavesdropping at the crack of the door? Fine way for a girl to talk to her own ma.
Well, I'm sorry, Ma.
Besides, I always use the keyhole.
Some more lemonade.
No, thank you. I've had 3 glasses already.
Another cookie, perhaps.
Oh, no. If I had another cookie, I think I'd bust apart at the seams.
Oh. You have a wonderful sense of humor, Adam.
Oh, thank you. Well, Miss Abigail, as you may have guessed by now, I have a rather special reason for wanting to see you tonight.
Oh?
As a matter of fact, maybe I shouldn't have waited this long.
Oh.
It's of a rather personal, delicate nature.
Oh?
You may not be aware of it, but there is someone in this very community who has long worshipped you from afar, so to speak.
Oh, Adam.
Yes, you see, there are certain people who have a lot of trouble expressing how they feel. And the nearer and dearer a subject is to their heart, the more difficult it is for them to put it into words.
I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
Exactly.
Well, it's like sometimes at night when a man is on the wide prairie, alone under the stars, and he looks up at the sky and he sees a face of the woman he loves. And he thinks about all the wonderful things that he might have said to her when last they met.
Go on.
And he looks at this face that glows like a flame in the stillness of the heavens, a star that outshines all the others. And he can't wait to get back and tell her how full his heart is. But when he does see her, his heart is too full to speak.
Oh, Adam.
And by now, I suppose you've guessed who I'm talking about.
I haven't the slightest idea.
Well, you must realize that it can't be anyone else but Hank Myers.
Hank Myers?
Hank Myers?
Is that you up there, Ma?
Yes, dear. I just came out to air some bedding. I forgot to do it this afternoon. Is Hank Myers down there with you, dear?
No, he's not, Ma.
Oh, well, I thought I heard someone call out his name.
You sure did, Ma.
Well, I guess I better be going in now.
I guess she's gone. You were saying about being alone on the prairie, the stars shining like all get out. Oh, it sounded just like poetry, Adam.
Thank you.
It took real feeling. A man has to have real feeling to put it in such beautiful language. You do have real feeling, don't you, Adam?
Well, yes. But about Hank Myers.
I admire your loyalty to Hank, but I want you to know that I understand you. You don't have to be bashful with me.
All right. Hank Myers is a good and reliable man. He's worked for us for 5 years now.
I'm tired of hearing about Hank Myers. Why don't you speak for yourself? Adam,
I beg your pardon.
you're the same bashful, overgrown boy that used to come down to the schoolhouse to talk to me about little Joe. But you don't have to be bashful anymore. And you don't have to worry about Hank. All's fair in love and war. There's a language of the hearts that only hearts can understand. Yours and mine, Adam.
Well, I have to go now.
There's nothing to be ashamed of when two people love each other.
I've got to get back to the ranch. Something's come up.
Loyalty. Unselfish male loyalty. I love you all the more for it.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Good night.
I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Abigail?
Yes, Ma.
Adam gone?
Yes, Ma.
What was all that talk about Hank Myers?
Oh, shut up, Ma.
Abigail!
Hey, Adam, how'd you make out with that? What's the matter, Adam? Aren't you hungry this morning?
Yeah, these hominy grits and molasses sure are good.
Fine pair of brothers you are.
Well, what do you mean?
You know exactly what I mean.
You mean, after all your sweet talk, she still turned old Hank down?
After all my sweet talk, she proposed to me.
She what?
And it was your sweet talk that got me into this mess.
Now, look, brother, you can't blame us if you're just plain irresistible to women.
That's right, Adam. You got too dang much charm for your own good.
It's all right. It's all right. But rest assured, I will never listen to you two again.
Well, good morning.
Morning, Bo.
Morning.
What's the matter?
Seems like Adam's worried about something. I don't know.
What's the matter, Adam? You not feeling well?
No.
Seems Adam just discovered that he was irresistible to women.
What?
He's irresistible to women.
Miss Abigail wants Adam to marry her.
You're joking.
No.
I wish they were.
Well, Adam, you know, they say there's nothing as inevitable as death and taxes. And under the circumstances, I think I'd like to add one more thing to that. A woman, once she's made up her mind to land a man. And, son, I speak from many years of serious observation.
Well, I think I'm going to make a few serious observations in San Francisco.
Oh, son, running away would never solve anything. I think you should stay here and face the music.
Dum 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 dum
Where is he? Where is he, you dirty polecat?
Hey, wait a minute, Hank. Take it easy. Hank, listen, Hank. He was only trying to help you.
Help me?
Yeah.
You call that help me? Cal just rode in from Virginia City, and it's all over town. He wants to marry her himself.
Oh, no, Hank. The furthest thing from Adam's mind is to want to marry Miss Abigail.
That's right. I'd rather die.
Oh, so that's the way it is. She's not good enough for you.
No, Hank.
No, I didn't say anything of the kind.
Never mind what you said. It's pretty plain to see that you've been trifling with her affections. Hank. Okay, all right, you can let me go now. All right. I'll hold myself.
Don't you try nothing, you hear?
I had you pegged all wrong, Adam Cartwright. In all my years working on this ranch, I've been never so wrong about one man. But let me tell you this. If you cause Abigail any unhappiness, you're going to answer to me. And remember that, Adam Cartwright.
Oh, excuse me, Hank.
It's all right. I've got an idea.
Yeah?
Yeah. Everything's fine. Mm-hmm. Adam, there's a way for you to get out of this. So you go to Abigail, and you say to her, Abigail...
Somehow I feel that I've gotten into enough trouble listening to you and your ideas. It's because of you two nitwits that I'm in this pickle in the first place.
Look, we're only trying to help you, that's all.
The only help you'll be giving is when you and Hoss guard that bunkhouse tonight and make sure he doesn't demolish it completely.
Yeah. Figure we better get right on that, too. I guess old Hank's about the unhappiest guy in the whole world right now.
Would you care to bet?
See y'all.
Not in there. Sure is peaceful and quiet here tonight. I wonder where Hank did disappear to.
I don't know. But for sure he ain't in the bunkhouse.
Yeah.
I just hope he ain't gone off and done something foolish.
Foolish? Like what?
Like Lover's Leap, for instance.
What, Hank? No, he's not about to go to Lover's Leap till he makes sure Adam does right by his little Abigail. As a matter of fact, I think Adam's the first one to go to Lover's Leap. Listen.
Yeah. What is that?
Sounds like somebody dying in the barn.
Yeah. Come on.
As I walked out in the streets of Laredo, as I walked out in Laredo one day, I spied a poor cowboy wrapped up in white linen, wrapped up in white linen, as cold as the clay. Oh, beat the drum slowly and play the fife lowly. Play the dead march as you carry me along. Take me to the green valley, there lay the sod on me.
Oh, that's it.
What?
The romantic approach we've been looking for. No lady can resist being serenaded.
No, Joe, ain't you forgetting something? He sings through his nose.
Oh, so what? Maybe he's got a cold or something. Anyway, we can correct that. Anybody can be taught singing.
You reckon?
Sure. By golly, we'll get started on it first thing in the morning.
Come sit down beside me and hear my sad story. I was shot in the breast, and I know I must die.
Nah, we can date you.
He's got a long ways to go.
As I walked out on the streets of Laredo.
No, wait a minute. Hold it, Hank. Hold it. Hank, you're still singing through your nose, Hank. I've told you 1,000 times.
I can't sing any other way.
Sure you can, Hank. All you got to do is apply yourself. And first of all, you got to start singing louder, too. A gal likes a feller with a great big He-Man voice.
I can't even talk loud. How can I sing louder?
Oh, Hank, there ain't nothing to it. All you got to do is just take a great big deep breath and sort of suck in your gut and let her fly.
Just scared me a little bit, that's all. You know, we want him to serenade the girl, Hoss, not warn her of a coming attack.
Well, I'm just trying to teach old Hank to sing loud, that's all.
Well, you can sing loud. I'll say that for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I found just what I wanted in Pa's library. There it is, right out of Shakespeare. As You Like It. Just what the doctor ordered. Words and music.
Yeah, but, Joe, what good's that music gonna do? We can't read music, neither can Hank.
That's right. I didn't even think of that. Wait a minute. There is one person around here who took singing lessons, who can read music and teach Hank to sing.
Adam.
Adam. I want no truck with him.
Now, wait a minute, Hank. Look, you got Adam all wrong. What he did for you.
For me?
Yeah, Hank, he didn't want for Miss Abigail to fall for him. Dadgummit, he feels terrible about it.
That's right. Look, why you got him feeling guilty like, if you just apologize to him for trying to kill him.
Apologize to that girl stealer?
Now, listen, Hank, do you want Abigail or not?
You know dang well I do. Ain't I been struggling with this singing?
All right, then apologize to Adam and get him to teach you to sing.
He can do it too, Hank. Old Adam's pretty soft once you break through that hard head of his.
That's right. Now, look, you ask him. He won't turn you down.
No, never in 1,000 years. You'll never get the pear-shaped tones by pushing the air through your nose. It's got to come from the diaphragm. You take a deep breath and... No, Hank. Not through the nose, through the facial mask. Not the nose, but the mask.
Doggone it, Adam. That's what I call singing.
Adam, you ought to have been in Opry. Grand Opry.
Well, thank you. But that's not our problem at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Hank, now listen. Early one morning, just as the sun was rising, I heard a maiden singing in the valley below. Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor maiden so? Now you try it.
Early one morning, just as the sun was rising, I heard a young maiden in the valley below. Oh, never leave me. Oh, don't deceive me.
Oh, Hank, it's through the nose. It's through the nose.
It's no use. I can only sing my own way. I can't go. Early one morning, just as the sun was rising, I heard a young maiden in the valley below.
Hey, I think he's got it.
I think he's got it. Now do it again.
Do what again?
Do just what you just did. Do it again.
You just did it, Hank. Do it.
What did I do?
You sung like Adam. Do it, Hank. Come on.
You sang it just like me, not through your nose. Now do it again with the guitar.
It just slipped out. I couldn't do that again.
Oh, come on, Hank.
Ah, come on, Hank.
Come on.
Early one morning, just as the sun was rising, I heard a young maiden in the valley below.
Well, there's another one of your bright schemes washed down the gully. I certainly can't sing for him.
Why not?
Why not what?
Why can't you sing it for him?
Yeah.
The answer is no. A big, fat no.
Hoss, did you ever think we had a brother like that?
Outside of being dumb enough to listen to you two fellas, what kind of a fella am I?
The kind of fella who would turn down another fella after he'd stolen that fella's girl and he had a chance to do something about it, and this fella wouldn't do a thing about it. That's the kind.
Yeah.
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 Your mother ought to be leaving soon for that sewing circle.
Yeah, well, I still say it won't work.
So just wait and see, will you?
Ma, now don't be late. You know, I can hardly ever fall asleep till you get home. That's why I can't wait till I get your husband. Good night, dear.
She's going upstairs.
Hank, you be careful with that guitar. I borrowed that from Slick Rutherford.
All right, let's go. Okay, come on. You sit there. Smile. Ready? Remember, strum and move your mouth the way Adam does. Don't forget, both at the same time. Okay.
Early one morning, just as the sun was rising, I heard a maiden singing in the valley below. Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor maiden so? Remember, remember your vows to marry. Remember, remember your promise to be true. Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor maiden so? Gay is the garland and fresh are the roses I culled from my garden to bind upon thy brow.
She likes it.
Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor maiden so? Thus sang the maiden, her sorrows bewailing. Thus sang the pretty maiden in the valley below. Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor maiden so?
You're too big, she'll see you.
Early one morning, just as the sun was rising, I heard a maiden singing in the valley below. Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor maiden so? Remember, remember your vows to marry. Remember, remember your promise to be true. Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor maiden so? Gay is the garland and fresh are the roses I culled from my garden to bind upon thy brow. Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor maiden so? Thus sang the maiden, her sorrows bewailing. Thus sang the pretty maiden in the valley below. Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor maiden so?
Adam Cartwright, I knew it was you. No one but you could sing with such deep, tender feeling.
He's gonna break up this joint. Get him out of here.
Well, Hank, it's you. I suppose Adam is in there.
No, I'm just unhappy.
Gosh knows what the inside of that bar looks like.
Let's go inside and have a look. I need a drink to clear my head.
Oh, no, get him out of here. Out.
Wait. You mean Hank?
Yeah, he did all this, and get him out.
Relax, Charlie. I'll pay for the damage.
I don't care what you got. Well, just don't let him get loose again.
He won't. Come on, Hank, simmer down. Take him back in the back room, clean him up.
All right, we won't let him move.
Now, you stay back there, Bill.
Take it easy, Hank.
Hank, you just relax.
But I'm unhappy.
All right, but you gotta behave yourself, Hank.
I want to sing.
I'll get him a drink. Charlie, let me have a double whiskey, will you? Hey, Marge, you want to do me a favor? Hank's not feeling so good. Why don't you go back there and talk to him?
That wild man? I wouldn't go near him.
Oh, come on, will you, Marge?
I'd sooner tangle with a loco stare.
Hey, listen, do me a favor, will you, Charlie? My brother Adam comes in here. Warn me, will you?
Warn you?
That's what I said. Warn me.
I knew it wouldn't work. I just knew it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
You never even let me sing my song.
Now, Hank, let's don't have no more talk about singing.
Maribel likes my singing.
Dad, burn it, Hank. Maribel's a mare. Horses like lots of things that humans don't. Hay, for instance.
I want to sing.
Hank, don't you think we had enough singing for one night?
Hoss, if you don't let me sing, I'm going to break up every dang glass.
Hank, Hank, sit down. Now, you let me tell you something. I'll give you my unmitigated personal guarantee. If you break anything in here, I'm going to break you. Now, you sit and rest easy. I'm going to go get a drink. You behave yourself. Charlie, give me a drink, will you? Dad, burn it, Joe. We're going to have to do something about that, Hank.
You know, I've been thinking seriously about it. I think we ought to mind our own business.
Hoss, little Joseph. Is your brother Adam here?
Oh, our brother Adam? No, he ain't, ma'am. No.
Isn't.
Yes, ma'am, he isn't.
I must find him. We were having a very important discussion when suddenly he took sick.
Early one morning, just as the sun was rising.
What's going on back there?
Oh, nothing's going on back there, ma'am.
You're not telling me the truth. Adam is back there.
Oh, no, ma'am.
He ain't. He isn't.
He isn't back there, no.
You're in my way, little Joe.
Oh, ma'am, this is no place for a lady like yourself.
No, hey, you ever see me juggle jiggers?
You should see it. Look.
I'm a jigger-juggling son of a gun.
Remember the vows to your married. Remember your promise to be true. Oh, don't deceive me. Oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor lad so?
I think I liked him better when he was busting the joint up.
No, Charlie, no.
I like it.
Thus sang the poor lad, his sorrows bewailing. Thus sang the poor lad in the valley below.
Oh, it's beautiful. I really can't stand it.
Neither can I, ma'am.
Oh, don't deceive me. Oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor lad so? Oh, don't deceive me. Oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor lad so?
Hank Myers, I'm taking you home with me right now. Out of my way, you Jezebels. Stand back, daughters of Sodom.
They liked it.
Liked it? It's the most wonderful thing that ever happened. And to think I wouldn't even talk to him.
Women are just plain loco.
I'll buy you a drink.
Whoa, Hank. Hard if I kiss the bride?
If not, if you don't mind.
Hold my hat, will you?
Mr. Adam, don't overdo it.
Miss Abigail, may I offer my best wishes? I'd like to say I've never seen a prettier bride. Hank, congratulations to you. And say, listen, I've been hearing a lot about your singing. Wouldn't this be a good time to give us a sample of it?
Oh, no. I made Hank take a strict vow never to sing to anyone but me again.
Second to Maribel.
Maribel?
That's my mare.
And only when you and Maribel are alone.
That's our deal, little chickadee. Only when we're alone.
Adam, I hope you've learned something through all this.
I hope I learned something.
Yeah. Anytime you find a little gal you want to marry up with, call on me and Little Joe to help you out.